First of all, you want to create a form that will contain the list of tasks for the current logged-in client. Set up the reference table that will hold the reference data for your form. Create the reference table declaration file. Name the file assignments.refm and save it to the Rocky Jupyter folder. The assignments table will contain the details of the driver's tasks. By default, all the input data of any reference table is sent to every user's device, and you have to filter the data inside the form. That's not necessarily a problem, but if the reference table that your query uses is large, or you expect it to grow steadily, there is a better way. The amount of data that needs to be downloaded to each user's phone can easily get out of hand as more drivers are using the same reference table. And if your form only ever needs to display the current user's data, more and more unnecessary data will accumulate on your user's devices, slowing down processes and hogging memory. The solution is to move filtering for the current user from the form into the cloud, and set up the reference table itself to not send all its rows to all the mobile devices with the task list form. So each user's device downloads only the rows that are assigned to him or her. All the actual coding that you need to do is insert the agent name equals true attribute into the reference table declaration file on the column that lists the names of the drivers. With this single step, you have told the cloud that the only rows in the assignments reference table that it needs to sync to mobile devices are the ones that include the currently logged-in user. You have cut down significantly on the amount of data that needs to be synchronized to your mobile device. Save the file and publish it to the Mobilengine developer cloud. You've got an empty assignments reference table sitting in the cloud. It's not much use without reference data. Download the input data spreadsheet from our tutorial pages to populate it. The spreadsheet contains a worksheet that conforms to the reference table declaration file. Now to the form that will reference this data. Name the form task list and use driver task list as the form's UI name. Add a header label control. And use the text equals driver task list attribute. You'd like a dynamic list control that displays all the tasks that are assigned to the user in the assignments reference table. Although selective synchronization makes the where USR equals @user filtering in the query in task list unnecessary, it is best practice to include this condition in the query to make doubly sure that only the current user's tasks are synchronized. For the reasons of screen real estate economy, make the form only display the client data on the loading address for the tasks. Save the form and publish it along with the input data spreadsheet for the assignments reference table. Synchronize your device with the server and open the form. This is the task list form so far. Why don't you make this simple form a little more user-friendly? You could let the driver look up the load address with a single tap. Do you remember the link control? Change the address label in the form into a map link. Map link controls have special reference attributes and reference argument attributes. For a refresher on link controls, watch the workflow script tutorial video. Save the form, republish, sync, and open. Tap the link. If the user has Google Maps or Earth installed, the link control will open it and display the specified address. Another job well done, right? You data bound the assignments reference table into the dashboard panel, so it will always display the up-to-date list of tasks that are assigned to the user. Well, not always, only every time the user synchronizes the device with the cloud, or a scheduled synchronization that was set up on the back office site runs. And another inconvenience, the updated data will only appear after syncing if the user closes and reopens the form, because the form data is not updated while the form is open. What if the user forgets to regularly synchronize? Must the user really have to close and reopen to see the new data? Isn't there a better way to make the very latest reference data updates appear on users' devices?